Microwave TV.
The Prime Minister and the team has been on the road from morning. So I have just a few things to say. And welcome here to Northwest Manchester. Let me acknowledge including entrepreneurship and the hospitality program. Recently, I did a farm work training program or farm management program. The other side criticize it and say, why do you need to train people to work overseas? But I believe that preparation, when it meets opportunity, you get success. You can't just send people anywhere and you don't prepare them. The worst thing about it is the other side don't even seek to send people anywhere. They don't seek to train people. They don't seek to prepare people. I have sought to train, prepare, and get our young people certified. To the credit of this government, they have seen to a lowering of the unemployment rate to as low as 3%. Young people are getting jobs. As a matter of fact, I applied myself to looking jobs for young people. So the young people call me the job boss. And the other side say, why call him the job boss? I shouldn't mean him job boss, I should have them. But they are looking down jobs for young people. I come tonight to say the time has come now to show me that you agree with my orientation, that you agree with my policies, that you agree with my thinking, that people mustn't be subject to poverty, that you agree that prosperity is better than poverty. And so the time is coming when I am depending on you to show me that you believe that I should be rewarded for the hard work over the last 5 years. The other thing I want to say, as I surveyed the constituency and listened to you and look at situation, I see neglect. The other side has provided over a culture of neglect and decay. They believe in samphizing. They practice samphizing. What that is that they present themselves as caring and as doing something, but they are not really doing anything productive. For example, up in Huntley, they constructed a juice factory with your money, taxpayers' money, and they put machine in it to cause people to think something going on. 5 years past, nothing no go on. 10 years past, nothing no go on. 20 years past, and nothing still no go on. I speak like that because it hurt me. Because they're wasting tax. Wasting tax. Wasting taxpayers. Of Northwest Manchester, no good. And I say one last thing. Perhaps the reason they don't demonstrate sincere leadership and meaningful service is because the other man only leave Jamaica College with. Having said that, let me say this. There is time for a change. There is time for a change. I want to now present back the mic to the deputy leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. But first, let me thank you for coming out. You make me stronger. You make me feel good. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, we didn't go down. What do you say? But you have a right, son, friends listening tonight. Jamaica for the last 9 years have been in the hands of a man who cares. An understanding, a compassionate, a loving man. A man who sees you for what you are. I want you to welcome tonight in Mile Gully, Prime Minister for 1 term, Prime Minister for 2 terms, Prime Minister for 3 terms,
the place look like it's going to mash up. And I don't come here to mash up nothing. Because, you know, I'm a builder, not a destroyer. I'm a lover. I have a good mind and a good heart. You know our politics is about embracing Jamaica. There are some people who would want to separate you from Jamaica. They would say, sure, what is good for Jamaica may not be good for me. Some people think like that. But I know that everyone here gathered believes that in order for you to do well, Jamaica must do well. And if you do well, Jamaica will also do well. So the two things work together. And that is why we say, whatever you are going to do, choose Jamaica. Some of you are too old to have forgotten the 70s. And some of you are too young to know about the 70s. The 70s was a turning point in Jamaica. A turning point. And it is a long time ago. It is in our past. And we don't want to bring up what happened long ago and bring bearing to current situations. But whilst it is in the past, it is still a part of our history and it still affects us today. And so the generations in politics, the older generation and the younger ones coming, they need to have a conversation so that we don't make the mistakes of the past. Likewise, in the 90s, Jamaica also reached another critical point in its development. Again, I don't want to go too much into the past for it to have a bearing on where we are going now. But again, those who are old enough to understand and remember the 18 and a half years of the 90s and the early 2000s should have a conversation with the younger ones. The point I'm making to you here in Mykro is that we are at another critical point in our national development. But this time, I call it the inflection point. The point at which the rewards that you get from the effort that you put out is much greater. Jamaica's finally reached that point where we are going to see more rewards from the effort that we put out. We have finally reached that point where you're going to see a rapid increase in the prosperity, growth, and development of Jamaica. How did we get to that point? We got to that point because we solved the critical problem that the governments of the 70s and the 90s and the early 2000s could not solve. That is the economy. I want all of you here to appreciate it. Some people may feel that the economy don't involve them, the economy don't have nothing to do with me. But that is not true. Mykro, you don't have no water from in the 70s, come through the 80s, come through the 90s, come through the early 2000s, come through the 2010s, and you don't have any water still today. The only real problem that has prevented you from having water, yes, geographically, you don't have many sources of water. Geographically, the way in which the parish of Manchester is situated. So there is that. Hello. But there is water close by. And in any country, you don't always have a water source right beside you. No. You have to build. Yes, you either have to go drill the well and bring the water to you through piping, build reservoir and tank and pump and all kind of things. Yes. It is only now that this government is able to allocate several $billion into what is called the Greater Mandeville Water Supply Project. Yes. Some of you may have heard of that project, where we are bringing water out of St. Elizabeth, up Spur Tree, and into Greater Mandeville. I have toured that project. It is a massive investment. Yes, sir. Big pipes and pumps and pushing the water up there and carrying it here. You, as the residents of Mykro, are eagerly anticipating that some of that water will come here. And I want you to just think about it. Why weren't we able to do that project in the 70s? Why weren't we able to fund that project in the 80s, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, in the early 2010? Why? Because we didn't run the economy. In a in a in a way, in a way, in a in a way, 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 in a way that in a way that created the revenues to pay for this. So the first step in bringing water here is through the Greater Mandeville Water Supply Project. In a way that created the revenues to pay for this. So the first step in bringing water here is through the Greater Mandeville Water Supply Project. We are going to make an even further stance.